Hi, I'm Paula. Welcome to my studio. Last week in preparation for Valentine's Day,
And I'm gonna stop myself right there because it wasn't actually last week. It's been 4 weeks now since I recorded this intro and I started painting this little tree as a tutorial to show you, and I'm just getting to it now. Sorry, let's get back to that intro.
I painted a bunch of life trees, or what I like to call them, love trees. So while I was doing that, I thought maybe you would like me to teach you how you can paint your own. So let's get to it.
Okay, so today I'm using an 8x8 canvas, a little bigger than my usual 6x6. And if you're intimidated, I recommend you start with a small size like this one or the 6x6. And if you're still intimidated, just remember you can start on cardboard, take a piece of that Amazon box that you just received and use it for practice. If it's beautiful, you can frame it and it will look wonderful. So let me explain what I'm doing here. I just grabbed some fluid acrylics and I dropped some of it on canvas. I chose two colors, as you can see, and I'm going randomly, and what I'm doing is just moving paint around because I want an interesting background for the layer. This is where you can have a lot of fun. Just choose any colors that you want and go for it. I'm going to take that out to the sun to dry, and it's magical and it's done. And now I'm going to worry about my painting. I chose these very earthy and neutral colors to work with today. You can see the names right there if you're interested, and I'm just going to mix a custom color out of those for my edge. The way I do my love trees now, this took a lot of practice, is I paint a little edge of color and then leave that magical or busy background. And this is a solid color edge. It's really simple. You could use masking tape if you want a straight line. I prefer the line to be organic, so I just go for it. I basically use the width of my flat brush, and that is it. So again, to speed up this process, I'm going to take my little canvas outside to the sun to dry and bring it back. My background is now ready and dry, and we can start what I consider to be the funnest part. I take out my Posca marker. If you don't know this, it's a paint marker. You can definitely use a permanent marker as well if you're starting, but I love the Poscas because you have acrylic paint in them, but they are easier to handle, so it's easier to have control over your lines. My first step is to outline that bottom of the background. I just do it a little bit and add that first layer of hearts. And as you can see here, I made a mistake, but it's okay. I just draw my line wider because I know every single heart is going to be painted inside. I do some curved lines for the trunk, and you can keep it as thin or as thick as you want. I like to go a little bit thick, and that's it. Then I just start moving along the edge and along all of that square for my background, filling it up with little hearts. And the way I like to do it is I like the hearts to at least be interconnected to one of the hearts next to it. I don't like them to be like floating alone. But if you want to and you want to try it, you can also stack them next together like I'm doing here on the left side. You could do that. I am going to connect all of these, as you're going to see, but you could leave them like that, just like a butt joint. So I slowly fill up my whole square with hearts, and I really enjoy this part. It's really meditative and relaxing. Once I'm done drawing all of my hearts, I decide the color scheme I'm gonna fill them up with. I usually go for 3 colors for the main hearts, and then I use little accent colors for the parts where they cross over. So these are the first colors I reach for as my color palette, and I'm gonna start by doing my first heart. What I do is I usually try out these colors, see if I like how they look together in the heart, so I try 3 hearts at a time, and then once I'm happy with it, I go all around my tree. I usually don't want to put 2 hearts of the same color together, but it's really up to you. You could actually do all of the hearts in one color and then just do the crossing parts in a different one. As you can see here, I've chosen to color in my hearts with Posca pens again, but you can absolutely do this with paint and a brush. In fact, I have done it many times because the colors of the Posca are so limited that I usually do use paint. And also here you can see I also pulled out a Molotov marker, which is basically the same, it's just an acrylic paint marker. Since I am happy with this color combo that I chose, I'm gonna go ahead and fill all of my tree with these 3 colors. Now that every single one of them is filled, I want to paint a little background, and as you can see I couldn't find a Posca pen that I like for this part, so I'm in fact using a brush and some acrylic paint. Again, this paint is not mixed, I'm using it straight from the tube, and I'm going in with my tiny brush for the details, so you can definitely do this with a brush as well if you don't have any Poscas. Now as you can see, I'm correcting lines where I think I went too much over it with the color. I'm just making little corrections. And then after that, I do give a second layer to all of my hearts, and I take care of that trunk. I use the same colors as in the hearts, plus the ones I'm going to use as accents. For the accent color, I always find it that it's nice to have at least one of those colors to be contrasting with the whole color palette. It makes the painting pop more. So I'm using one that's very neutral, one that really contrasts, and a soft pink for this one. I usually do 2 colors, but I decided to do 3 as well to make it a little bit more alive. Now for a final little detail that I love for this piece, and I'm sorry my head is gonna be in the shot here because I really needed to take a closer look. And as you can see, I drew 2 little birds. While those dry a bit, I correct some of the accent and the crossing over. I'm gonna zoom in this part so you don't have to see my crazy hair over the corner of the screen. And I did want these 2 little birds to be white, but the Posca was moving the paint around and wasn't giving me a clean look. So I went ahead and grabbed some white acrylic craft paint and filled those little birds in, and they look so much crisper and better. And with that, I added some final details to my little birds. I drew in the eyes, I outlined them better, and my painting is done. I am gonna finish by signing my piece, and I use a little canvas to support my wrist. 1, because it helps me to have a more controlled movement when writing this tiny, and 2, because it supports my overall wrist health. My wrists sometimes by the end of the day do kill me between painting, writing, drawing, editing, so I try to take care of them. And that's it. Here's my finished painting. I hope you like it. I hope you try it, and if you do, please show me what yours looks like. I am dying to see what colors you choose and how you make it your own. You can send it through Instagram, through here. I'm gonna link everything below, and please like this video if you want to see more content like this. Have a wonderful week. Bye.